Hello and welcome to the Class of 1923 arena for this Varsity 2 matchup between the St. Joe's Preps Hawks and the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. Thank you for joining us on the TUICE Network. I'm Luke Meli alongside Drew Bishop and Mike Zingroni. We've got a great matchup here today. These two teams, they last played February 25th at Grundy, and it was a 3-3 tie. Drew, before we get into it, is there anything you're watching out for in this game?
Well, number one, what you just said right there, Luke, the last game between these two was super contested, trading goals left and right. So these are evenly matched teams looking for a competitive game today at Class of 23 Arena. And, you know, it could get a little chippy. I was here last Wednesday between the benches, and St. Joe's Prep was getting into it with Malvern Prep. So I expect similar attitudes to flare today in certainly a competitive game.
We're just moments from getting underway. It's A.J. Chelko in net for St. Joe's and Colin Mudrick in goal for Holy Ghost. And we are underway as the Hawks control the opening faceoff, and they'll move down the right side and toss it in, and that will be covered up by Colin Mudrick, his first action of the day.
And one thing that you'll see a lot in these, specifically these Varsity 2 matchups, Luke, is a lot of between the blue lines play. Last week and even in this matchup between these two teams, Thursday, February 25th, a lot of in between the blue lines action, looking for some offensive action to happen to start the game.
Back out to the point, tried to dump it in, and it was blocked on its way through. Back the other way come the Firebirds. They've got a little bit of a 2-on-1. Pass in front, Barger shot, it's saved.
Wow.
A great opportunity early in the shot, and it nearly got all the way through from the boards. He just flung it in, but Chelko was there to stop it.
My blood pressure's already racing, dude. I mean, this is wild. That's what I'm asking for,
Just
right?
30 seconds into the game, Drew, not short of any action. And that puck drifted along past the blue line. It'll be an offsides.
Yeah, that was quick defense to offense work for Holy Ghost. Lombardo just picked that puck up in the offensive zone, quickly shifts it up the ice in a quick 2-on-1, and Firebirds almost get one early.
Definitely testing the goalie A.J. Chelko early. In 6 games, he's 1-1 this season in his 2 starts. He's given up 10 goals. Puck now in the corner, trying to get it out, taken away by Selzer. Bounces it off the boards to Schultz. He'll try and flip it into the corner. Fighting for it behind the net. It's won by the Firebirds. Tried to center it in front, and it's taken away. And a little pass ahead too far in front, and they'll take it all the way into the corner, swirling around the net, looking for a pass into the middle, and no one was home in the slot. Firebirds now trying to push the other way. And moving ahead in front, but Chelko gets a little poke check. It'll go all the way to the boards, and it'll slide all the way to the other end of the ice for Mudrick.
Holy Ghost has had quite a few opportunities. They just need to get under control in the offensive end if they're to, capitalize as this game progresses.
We've already seen them with a couple of odd man rushes in this game. They seem to try and turn their defense into offense, as you mentioned. Back around to the other side, it's Mulholland swinging it to the opposite corner. And the Hawks will try and move up the right side, and they're going to lose it. The Firebirds will take it to the red line and send it in on Chelko. Stops it with his stick and flips it off to McCullion. Trying to send it all the way around. Smarin's there to take it away for the Firebirds. He's tripped up, and Wallace contains it.
Yeah, it kind of feels like the refs are letting the kids play. I'm seeing bodies flying a lot for early in the game, Luke, and the refs are just kind of letting it go on.
And that puck is taken away, and he is tripped up.
I think the ice is just slippery today. I'm thinking sticks are getting under there, but these guys might just be losing their footing early.
Matthew Gillespie almost had a shot with the goaltender one-on-one. He scored the last time these teams played. He couldn't get a handle on the ice on that one. Centering it in front, that one goes all the way back out to the blue line, and it'll be taken ahead by the Hawks. And it'll be thrown all the way in so the Hawks can get a line change, some fresh legs on the ice. It'll be fought for in the corner by Morrison, trying to fight with 3 different bodies. More bodies going to the ground. Centers it in front, and the shot is saved. Rebound is just sitting there, and it's taken and smacked away by the Firebirds.
Wow, Colin Mudrick putting his legs together, covering up that 5-hole. That was meant to be a goal if he wasn't alert and on the save.
And that one's fired in on Chelko, and he'll cover up. It'll be an offensive zone face-off for the Firebirds.
And man, Luke, I mean, I just said it as the action begins. Lots of stuff between the blue lines and Varsity 2 matchups. That has not been the case in the first couple minutes here today.
Yeah, both teams are just flying through the neutral zone. It's fun to watch.
Absolutely, Mike.
Firebirds control on the face-off, back up to the point. Sending it all the way around to the corner. Forbes is there to get it. Fighting for it behind the net, and the Hawks will control. Eric Seo trying to win it for the Hawks. He controls, sends it all the way to the other side. McDonald's over there, fighting along the boards. Now it's Morrison, and the Firebirds take it back. Selzer will let one go, and it's off the post. It got past Chelko, but the post was there to save him.
Wow, wow.
The Hawks moving through the neutral zone back the other way, but there are 4 Firebirds back there to stop that rush. And another body going to the ground. Drew, you might have had a point. There might be something going on with this ice.
Something's going on. Someone got into their skates, or the Zamboni guy did something to this ice today.
Forbes sends it around behind the net. Now it's fought for behind the net. Some Firebirds, some Hawks there. Pushing it up the right side. Lombardo will keep it in. And now it'll go behind the net where McDonald is there waiting for it. Parasano tries to send it out, but Geenan is there to send it right back in, into the corner, and it'll roll right behind the net. Into the corner, the Firebirds have controlled possession the last couple of minutes. Now it's a steal, centering pass in front. Who's going to take the shot in the slot? The shot is saved.
Great puck movement there. The passing for this Holy Ghost Prep team has been on point in the first couple minutes of this game.
Very pretty short passing, and once again A.J. Chelko was up to the task. Sending that one along the side and in is Palachik. It'll go all the way around to the left side. A big hit in the corner. Fighting for it now is Scheinholtz. In the corner. That puck is stuck up against the boards. A ton of bodies over there.
They're just getting to know each other.
11 minutes to play here in the first period. Still a 0-0 tie. And a steal and nearly a shot in front. Backhanded. Didn't get a lot of mustard on it. And it'll be cleared back out to neutral ice and all the way down to Chelko.
You know, going through the first 6 minutes, Luke, it really seems like the difference between Holy Ghost Prep and St. Joe's Prep is the passing. St. Joe's has just been able to get some minimal looks at the net, but Holy Ghost, they're getting their opportunities through finding the best look on the ice.
Giuliani pokes it into the corner. It'll be swung all the way around to the far side, and it's stolen away. That was Dowd trying to get it in front. He'll chase after it. Working along the side, sends it behind the net. Schultz looking to get it for the Firebirds, tries to poke it ahead, and they can't quite get it out. The Hawks still fighting for it. Now trying a centering pass. It was a little bit behind his teammates. Working from the circle, in front shot, they score! A beautiful pass, and it was Cathal Dowd slamming it home to put the Hawks ahead 1-0.
What a beautiful cross-ice pass by Dowd. Did you know who sent that pass, Luke? I didn't spot it on the look, but what an amazing look, and he had a wide-open net. Exactly what we've been talking about here. The passing for Holy Ghost has been on point. That's why they were really with the advantage, but St. Joe's, incredible look at the net, and they're up 1-0.
A beautiful feed in front, and you talked about it. We've seen the Firebirds with the more pristine passing early, but it's the Hawks taking advantage of opportunities as that one goes in front of the net and it's poked wide. We've seen a lot of action in just about 6 minutes of play so far. The Firebirds trying to move into the offensive zone. It'll be taken away at neutral ice. Back the other way come the Hawks. Trying to backhand one in. The Firebirds have the numbers back, and it's taken away. Moving in front, deflected, and it'll go to the corner. Back up to the point. Winding, firing on, and it'll go right into the glove of Mudrick. That one didn't have too much on it.
And Luke, I'm getting from my producer Dylan Coyle that Jack Picaro was the assist man on that goal. Beautiful pass from Picaro. That's his second assist on the season, second point.
A beautiful spinning pass. And the Firebirds will take it away, trying to send it up the left side, but a nice check there to keep possession for the Hawks, and we're actually going to have a penalty. And it looks like it will put the Firebirds on the man advantage, down 1-0 with 9:27 to go here in the first.
Yep, it's going to be an interference call in the neutral zone.
So the Firebirds, they went 1 for 3 on the power play the last time these two teams met up. That's 33%. We'll see if they can keep some sort of statistic similar to that game.
Who's keeping you company down there in the penalty box, Mike? Number 13, Shane O'Neill.
Yeah, Shane O'Neill, sorry.
No
Turn this
problem.
mic on.
Schultz has it back at the point. He'll fire one looking for a deflection. It's blocked away by his teammate Lombardo. The Firebirds trying to set up here. Trying a centering pass, that's deflected. It'll be taken behind the net by Lombardo. Gets it to Saravelli, centering in front. That one goes all the way back. Firing one, it's knocked away by Chelko. A minute and a half remaining on this man advantage for the Firebirds, who trail 1-0. Pass over to Saravelli. He's got Chelko way out of his net, and the pass is knocked away. It'll be cleared all the way down.
Saravelli looking a little timid there. If I were him, I would have just taken that shot straight up. He had plenty of open net, mine as well in the man advantage, but I guess he thought different.
Now the Firebirds will try and charge in once again. Trying to maneuver through some defenders, not really making a pass. The Hawks trying to get it out, but Saravelli's there to save it. Banks it all the way back to the point, sending it over to Schultz. In the high slot, tries to send one in for a deflection. Spinning shot is saved, and Chelko got it. It's in the net. Did they blow it dead?
I think they did. I think as soon as they saw dead ice, or go ahead.
Yeah, they blew it dead. It was caught up in Chelko's pads. Eventually trickled out, but that was after the ref blew his whistle. So no goal, face off to the left.
Wow, Chelko makes that save. We hear the whistle and we look up, and the puck's in the back of the net.
I mean, if you're a St. Joe's Prep fan, you got to love that. Early whistle saves you that goal.
Trying to get it out. Schultz controls it at the blue line. Sends one in on Chelko. He'll poke that away effortlessly. Moving into the corner. Selzer's got it. Backhands it up. Holt all the way across to Schultz. He'll send one in front, and Chelko again swallows that one in.
A nice shot from Brendan Schultz, one of the leading point getters for the Firebirds, as he sends it right into A.J. Chelko's pads.
Yeah,
Chelko's made 9 saves early, and every one of them has been just as important as the last, preserving this 1-0 lead. Holt dumps it into the corner. Parasano tries to send it all the way around, and it's taken back in by the Firebirds. Can't quite get it out. Working into the corner, 22 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Trying to maneuver in front. Schultz in the high slot, sends it over. Shot in front, deflected wide. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Schultz back at the point now. Looking for a pass, finds Selzer. That'll be knocked away into the corner. Parasano again trying to get it out. It finds Schultz. He'll send it all the way across. The power play is over. The Firebirds still controlling, trying to send one. It goes behind the net. It'll go all the way around where Morrison is there trying to get it out, but Schultz keeps it in. He'll send it right back into the corner. Selzer sends it in front, and Chelko pokes it away with a stick. The Firebirds still keeping the puck. Holt will bring it all the way back to the red line. Wait for his teammates to tag up, and they'll go right back in.
The Firebirds leading shots on the St. Joe's Prep Hawks, 9-4 at this point. Despite that, St. Joe's leads 1-0, just taking advantage of those opportunities, the minimal ones they've had thus far.
That one goes all the way down, and it'll be an icing against the Firebirds. The Hawks will have an offensive zone face-off. We have not seen them in the offensive zone since that early goal.
And that's exactly what we've been talking about. I don't know if we have a person to quantify opportunities as a stat today, but there's certainly been a lot more for the Firebirds than for the Hawks, but the score wouldn't indicate that.
And the Hawks control the face-off, but the pass a bit out of reach. It'll be chipped back into the corner along the boards. Swung all the way behind to Morrison. He'll center it in front. No one was home.
Would have been a nice pass if that was a St. Joe's guy in front. I like that, but just couldn't connect.
Wallace loses the puck. He'll send it right back down the other way, and DeRose is there to clean it up for the Firebirds. He'll skate all the way behind his own net. And it's nearly a turnover, and the Firebirds will control, banking it off the boards and moving up out of the reach of Smarin. The Hawks slowly moving their way in. They don't have the numbers. They'll just try and dump it in. Wallace over there trying to clear it away for the Firebirds, and it'll go all the way back out to center ice. And the Hawks will take it all the way back to their own defensive zone to clear it out. Geenan sends it all the way across, and the Firebirds will move in on the left side. Trying a centering pass, maneuvering through the defense. Looking for Geenan, he's got it. Sends one in front. There were a lot of bodies there. It deflects just wide.
Oh, Sean Strange standing there trying to pick the goalie, get a little action in front. Didn't work that time, but I think he's going to keep hanging in front of the net in hopes that he can create an opportunity.
Again, a puck floating in front of the net. DeRose back to get it for the Firebirds. He'll send it into the corner. Smarin's got it behind the net. Smarin maneuvers out, looking for a pass into the slot. That puck is picked off. Back the other way come the Hawks, and good recovery defense from the Firebirds to slow down that opportunity, and the Hawks will get a change.
And that's a kind of turnover from the Firebirds that can just halt all that momentum. You're getting good shots, good opportunities, good looks at the net, and then just a simple turnover can kill that momentum. Let's see if they can bring it back here.
Holt trying to fly into the zone. He gets it by a man. Holt on the right side. Another nice move. A shot right into the gut of A.J. Chelko.
Now, that was a pretty nifty move, but I think the refs missed an offsides on that play. Regardless, it's going to be down in the Firebirds' offensive zone.
Yeah, Michael Holt there had to go through about 3 guys. It certainly slowed him up. Might have thrown off the time in creating that potential offsides. But nonetheless, it will be an offensive zone face-off for the Firebirds. Forbes gets it back to Morgan, passes it in front, and McCullion's shot is pushed away by Chelko. Now fighting in the corner. The Firebirds have 11 shots up to this point. Chelko has turned away all 11. Fighting here in the near corner for it. And the Hawks will control it out of the corner. Trying to push it ahead. It's up to Giuliani. A 2-on-2. Back the other way on the far side. Makes a nice move. The shot goes wide.
What a deke from Giuliani. Wow.
A beautiful move. Now Dowd, he scored the goal, sends it all the way across. Passing it back in front. Dowd almost had number 2, but it was poked away. 4:13 to go here in the first period. Another body falling. Holt doing a little dance. Michael Holt in front. Backhand. It goes just wide.
And man, Luke, I mean, you and I have seen both enough hockey to know, you know, Michael Holt, he keeps making those moves.
Pass in front. The shot is saved again. It's Chelko.
Wow. Wow. And it's just every single time one of these happens, one of these has to fall in the back of the net, right, Luke?
Saravelli's in disbelief, had his stick on his head. He could not believe that Chelko got that one. The Firebirds, I think we can agree, are getting the best chances, but it's the Hawks. They've taken advantage of the few they've gotten.
And hey, credit A.J. Chelko for that one. He has been a stone wall in front of that net tonight.
He's been a busy, busy man as he has to cover it again off of that face-off. Barger on the face-off for the Firebirds. And they try to control in the slot. The shot is saved by Chelko. The rebound pops out. It's poked away. It's sitting around there. Lombardo tries a falling backhand. He lost it. Barger now trying to send it around the boards to Lombardo. Backhands one in front. Didn't get all the way in. Saravelli loses it. The Hawks are desperately trying to get it out with 3.5 minutes to go in the first, and they do. Schultz will send it all the way across. Sloop tries to bring it in, and now here's a man. The pass in front, the poke by Lombardo is saved again by Chelko.
Wow.
Firebirds continue to get good looks, and another man falls, losing the puck for the Firebirds. The Hawks try and get it out, and they do, so they'll have to wait, and they can't touch the puck or it'll be offsides. It'll be sent all the way down, and the Firebirds will get the icing, and they'll have an offensive zone draw.
Man, Luke, I mean, I know we're 3 minutes away from our first intermission, but if I'm Coach Martia for the St. Joe's Preps Hawks, the thing on my mind right now in intermission is getting my defense set straight, because A.J. Chelko, as amazing and impressive as he is thus far, you know, nothing like this can last forever. You know, the Firebirds getting a lot of good looks and opportunities at the net. One of them's got to fall, and Coach is going to have to make the adjustments.
Selzer sends one in. It's blockered away by Chelko. The rebound shot is saved. Into the corner it goes. Chelko now up to 15 saves in this first period. Back to the point. The shot through traffic deflects wide. Along the boards, trying to get it out. Schultz has it at the point. Tries to send it in front a little bit high for Holt. And Michael Holt, we know how quick he is. The Hawks trying to backhand this one out. And it looks like they will send it ahead. Moving through the zone is Morrison. Backhanding one in. Didn't have the numbers, but he gets it on net. And Colin Mudrick is forced to cover a rare offensive zone face-off for the Hawks.
And Michael Holt, mentioning him before, you know, his quickness on display. He's only scored once this season, so the man showing a lot of hunger on the ice, looking for the back of the net for the second time on the year.
Clearly not short of opportunities. Only 1 goal, 2 assists for him, but he clearly makes himself known. The other team knows who he is. Geenan tries to backhand it out. It's knocked down. Now Selzer has it. He'll send it all the way across. And it's taken by McDonald. He'll try and slow things down for the Hawks. Gets it to Seo. Working around his own net. He's going to be double teamed, trying to backhand it out. And the Hawks do get it out to center ice, and the Firebirds will go right back in. It's Selzer now. He's got Holt in front. Sends a shot on Chelko, and he pushes it away. Rebound, sends it in front. It'll bounce all the way back out to center ice. Geenan gets it over to DeRose. He'll try and get it in the midst of a change. Now the Hawks will try and control in their own defensive zone. 1 minute and 45 seconds to go here in the first period. It is 1-0 Hawks. Geenan tries to keep it in, and it's McDonald trying to get it out. And now the Hawks will push back the other way. Scheinholz chasing after it, but DeRose is too quick, and he loses it. Scheinholz did take it away. Looking for a man in front. Bodies tumbling all over each other. Scheinholz has no one to pass to. Now he sends it in front. The pass was just missed. A prime opportunity for the Hawks here late in the first period. And a turnover. Chelko goes way out to poke it away, and a shot. They score!
Wow.
It was Sean Strange had the wide open tap in, and that ties the game up at 1. Maybe the first mistake Chelko's made all game.
Wow, and strange that goal was, as A.J. Chelko, we've been talking about how impressive he was, that one might have been on him. He stepped out a little bit far to poke check it away from the Firebirds. Turns out into a goal, and now we're tied 1-1 towards the end of the first.
Well, the Hawks were also changing too, so that definitely threw things off. They're caught in a bad change, no one in the defensive zone to help out, so Chelko kind of had to come out in front of the net.
Yeah, it was certainly a tough situation for Chelko. Either Wallace was going to have the open shot. He tried to poke it away from him. Wallace made the nice pass in front, and Strange rammed it home. We've got a 1-1 tie with 55 seconds to go here in the first period. We've got a shot disparity, but the score is all tied up. The Firebirds now moving in. The Hawks want an offsides. They're not going to get it. Smarin tries to block that one. It'll be sent all the way out to Geenan at neutral ice. He'll backhand that one in. And sending it back in is Parasano. That's blocked up against the boards. It doesn't quite stay in. It'll be flipped all the way back behind the Holy Ghost net. 25 seconds to go in the period. Along the right side, the Hawks are going to try and keep that one in along the boards. Maneuvering it with it now is Sheridan. Sends one in front. It's knocked away by DeRose. 12 seconds to go. The Firebirds going to try and get one last rush. Across center ice. Geenan backhands it to no one in particular, and it's knocked away. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Saravelli tries a center to end the period. That goes awry. And we have a 1-1 tie.
And there's Saravelli tossing his stick to the side, then skating back to go clean up his mess. But, I mean, Luke, this has been nothing but abnormal, to say the least. I mean, we talked about these type of games being played in between the blue lines, but tons of offensive action through the first period.
We've seen a lot of action early, Drew, and at the end of the first period here at the Class of 1923 Arena, it is a 1-1 tie. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the Class of 1923 Arena for this broadcast of Varsity 2 hockey between St. Joe's and Holy Ghost here on the TUICE Network. Thank you for joining us. I'm Luke Milai alongside Drew Bishop and Mike Zingroni. The Firebirds control. We saw a lot of offensive opportunities for the Firebirds in that opening period. We'll see if they can continue that here in the second. They send it all the way around and chasing after it. Looking back to Sluke at the point. Sends it all the way to the other side. The shot in front looking for a deflection. Chelko made a save. He didn't even know it. It ends up in the net. No! The refs are going to call it off.
Could be a high sticking call possibly. Okay, so they're saying kicking is the call as to why that's going to be rejected. But you saw A.J. Chelko make that initial save. Not sure where the puck's going, and then the Firebirds able to capitalize. But, yeah, I believe that's going to be called off for kicking.
That's got to be one of the scariest moments as a goaltender, making that save and having no clue where the puck is.
Anxiety to the max.
But once again, a puck that might have ended up in the net works out in St. Joe's favor. That is not called a goal. All the way to the left side for Sluke. He'll try and push it into the zone. Sending one on net just wide. Schultz there on the right side. He'll send it into the corner. It goes over one stick. Saravelli's there waiting for it. Lombardo fighting as well. That'll be chipped back out, and Scheinholz will dump it down the left side. The lefty trying to chase after it, but didn't have enough speed. The Hawks do, however, are able to bank it in. Near Mudrick, Sluke back to get it. He'll send it up the side to Michael Holt. Gives it off to his man Saravelli. He'll try and weave through the middle. A couple of defenders in his way, and he's left sitting on the ice. A big-time hit, and maybe it wasn't quite legal. We have a whistle on the play.
Wow, lots of stuff happening over there. I didn't even catch that hit on that one of the ice. I was looking over at number 4, Braden Collins. Actually, number 42 for the St. Joe's prep bench. It's Luka Palachik, their leading scorer, is down in the corner behind the Firebirds net. That's going to be huge as he's their leading point getter and goal scorer on the year.
Yep, that's what the whistle is for.
Yeah, good point. That is probably where the whistle occurred, right back there. And I didn't quite see how he went down, but certainly a guy that important to your team, you never want to see him go down, as you mentioned.
Big collision behind the net, but he was down for a good period of time. It looks like the referees might be discussing the extremity of the foul, but there goes Luka Palachik skating on his own accord towards the St. Joe's bench.
Yes, very good to see Luka skating back under his own power. The referees are in a conversation. Maybe it was just to make sure he was okay, because it looks like we've got 5-on-5 hockey on the ice right now.
Like I said, they're letting the kids play today. We've seen a lot of bodies falling, some at fault of the ice, some at fault of the physicality, but either way, the referees are going to let this one go on.
Holt and Galapali on the face-off, and the Hawks are able to win it. Holt still fighting for it, and it'll go just beyond the blue line. The Firebirds will have to tag back up. Seltzer will spin that one all the way behind the net. Now chasing after it is Seltzer. It'll be knocked up into the air, and the Firebirds control, trying a backhander in front, but it didn't have anything on it. It's stolen away now by Holt, and then he loses control. Back the other way come the Hawks. Deflected back in, Holt's got it, and he'll slow things down for the Firebirds. A bit of sloppy hockey here early in the second period.
Yes, sir. Looks like both teams are trying to find their footing as we have a whistle.
And now that one, it looked like he didn't get quite to the red line before dumping it in. That'll be icing, and the Hawks will get an offensive zone draw.
Honestly, Luke, I mean, this is very two different stories. On one hand, you know, we're looking at the St. Joe's Hawks. They need to just get possession and hold it. The Birds, however, I mean, they have more chances than they can handle at this point.
It's a very good point. The Hawks have only taken 5 shots, and they've scored on 20% of them. They're 1 for 5, while the Firebirds are 1 for 17. That is quite the disparity here early in the second period.
I'm not a numbers guy, but yeah, you can certainly see that one from up here.
And the Hawks, as you mentioned, trying to gain control, and they throw it away. Klopfer will send it all the way to the other side. The Firebirds trying to move in. It's sent all the way in. Holt trying to go get it for the Firebirds. The Hawks will be the first ones there. And Holt still looks like he won it in between 3 Hawks. He's shoved up against the boards. Klopfer will fire one from the point. It's saved by Chelko. The Firebirds regain possession. It almost looks like they're on a power play with the way they're controlling. Strange's shot is off the side of the net.
And I think what's really been dividing the two teams has been the control of the puck. The Firebirds look confident. They're able to hold on it for a long time, while the Hawks, however, are losing it after a couple seconds of possession.
Now Holt has it, looking for a pass in front. Backhands one, and it's off the side of the net. Seltzer tries to send it back behind the net. It's knocked away by the Hawks. Now it's fought for along the boards, and that puck will not go all the way out. Klopfer keeps it in, sends it to the opposite corner. Now looking for a pass in front. Backhands one, and it goes by the stick of Seltzer. Klopfer's there to get it. It's into the short slot, and it's saved by Chelko. Getting the left pad out there to keep this game tied.
Holy Ghost is just relentless on the puck. That's why they have so much pressure. Every time the puck's loose and up for grabs, they're one of the first ones to get to it.
And now back the other way. It's Wallace along the left side. Tries to avoid that hit. Nothing he could do. All the way to behind the net. Looking for a centering pass in front, falling, but getting back to his feet and sending it back to DeRose. DeRose down the left side. Smerin tries to center one in front, and it's knocked away, and the Hawks desperately trying to get an opportunity. They'll throw it into the zone, but will Geenan let them control it? The Hawks do. Looking for a pass. Centers one in front. Not sure if he was ready for it. And now the Firebirds will get it. DeRose has it in the corner. Tries to send it away to Strange. It'll be chipped back in front. The Hawks have it now. In the circle. Loses the puck. Back out to the high slot. It's knocked away. Puck still being battled for, and it's sent to the corner. Strange lays a hit right there. Sends it back up to Wallace. He loses it. The puck stays in the zone for the meantime. And now a body falls on top of it. Where is it? It's just beyond the blue line. It'll be sent right back into the zone. Moving on in front. Moving. The shot is knocked away by Chelko. Might have been a bit wide as well. But another big opportunity for the Firebirds that is not capitalized on.
Sean Strange with his opportunity for his second goal of the day. I have a feeling we'll be saying that beautiful name, Sean Strange, a lot.
Yeah, Strange couldn't really control that puck. That puck was bouncing around, just couldn't settle it, so he couldn't get the best shot off.
Great insight from the best man for the job, Mike Cingroni, down between the benches, telling us what he sees. The Firebirds and a big hit laid down on McCullion. And the pass goes all the way down. The net is off its moorings, and the whistle's going to have to be blown. And Drew, we still have a huge disparity in shots. It's 20 for the Firebirds and only 5 for the Hawks.
And for the Hawks, I mean, dump and chase doesn't work forever. It's a great strategy in the game of hockey, but once you dump, once you chase, you need to gain possession in the zone and start to get your rhythm, and we just haven't seen that for the St. Joe's Prep Hawks today.
They seem to be outnumbered as well. Every time they go to chase, it's always 3 Firebirds to the puck, only 1 Hawk. Schultz back forward in the corner, trying to get it away. But now the Hawks trying to make their presence known. Back out to the point. It's O'Neal, tries to get a shot off. It was flailed on a bit and knocked in front. The Hawks keep control. The shot is deflected on Mudrick, and he'll cover up.
And if they're going to keep shooting layups at Colin Mudrick like that all night, not many of them are going to get through. St. Joe's needs to get some better shots on net.
Yeah, it's certainly important to get that shot count up, but they've got to be quality shots. And the Hawks, if they're just sending dribblers into Mudrick, they're not going to score any more goals. And the faceoff, it drifts to the corner, and it'll be sent out to neutral ice by the Firebirds. Moving back behind the Hawks net. Trying to start something down the right side. Palachuk back into the game, sends it all the way to the left side. Good to see him back on the ice. Moving in the shot, and it's swallowed up by Chelko again. Might not have known where it was, but he knows he stopped it to preserve the 1-1 tie.
I really don't know what this guy's count is going to be at the end of the day. I mean, he has faced 21 shots through 20 minutes of action. I mean, this is certainly one of a kind for a Varsity 2 game.
10 minutes and 3 seconds remaining here in the second period. It's a 1-1 tie at the Class of 1923 arena. The Hawks will send it all the way down, and it will not be an icing. Schultz back to get it. Sends it over to the side. The Hawks trying to pressure a little bit more here, trying to up the forecheck. And they're going to lose it. Lombardo's got it. One of the leading point guys on the team for the Firebirds. Lombardo up the left side. Trying to send it in. Nobody home. It's just Jack Porcaro, and he'll send it to the right side, but Barger's there to take it away. Moving around, looking for a pass in front. Maneuvering to the boards, sends it up top. Schultz will fire it. It's a pass. Tries a centering pass in front for Barger. He lost it. Gets it back. Can't get a shot off. The Hawks converge and take it away. Here come the Hawks. It's Galapali sending it in on the far side.
And like you mentioned earlier, Luke, 3 Hawks down there on the dump and chase versus 5 Firebirds. That's not just a winning formula.
Pass in front and a fanned-on shot again for the Hawks. Another quality opportunity miss. Sayo sends one in front. It's blocked away by the Firebirds. Lombardo misses that one, and the Hawks will keep it in. It's sent all the way back by Braden Collins. But only the Firebirds there. The teams will get changes. 8:40 to go here in the second period. That puck is sent all the way down on the right side, and it will be an icing. Another missed pass there for the Firebirds, and now the Hawks starting to try and get any sort of shots, any sort of possession. They'll get another offensive zone faceoff.
Certainly, and you're right in it. When you're down 2, that's when you know, the momentum is shifting and you know, you're losing it. You're not sure if you can mount it. Right now, it's anybody's game. Anything can happen. The puck can bounce any number of ways, and St. Joe's will be right back in the lead. So they need to keep that mindset going forward.
Sure, it only takes one. The pass in front, nobody was home, and now the Firebirds will take it back the other way. Seltzer doesn't have quite the numbers. Michael Holt will try it on the right side. He'll send it along the boards. Bounces in behind the net. The Firebirds there trying to take it away, and it'll be spun away by McDonald, trying to control it. Tries to flip it to Sheridan. It goes beyond him, and Seltzer has it along the boards. Sends it back behind the net. Twirling around, banks it back up to the point. Little wrist shot in front, deflected away, shot is saved by Chelko. Seltzer trying to backhand her in front. Up to the high slot, and it's taken away, and it's a near breakaway attempt. A great defensive play by Morgan. Back the other way, and Mudrick is able to chest that one down, and he'll cover up.
Wow, and what a shot there by Gavin Sheridan on the back end, but certainly the defensive play from Andrew Morgan saved an easy breakaway for the St. Joe's Hawks.
Yeah, Andrew Morgan barely reaching out to poke that one away. It would have been a clean breakaway for the Hawks, who have been looking for any opportunity that they can get. Luke Palachuk on this draw, facing up against Jason Smarin. Palachuk wins it. Sends it back. The shot is blocked on its way in. And the Firebirds will quickly get that one out. Wallace looking for a pass. Fans on it initially. And now the Hawks gain control. Gets to the red line, tries to send it in. Smarin knocked it away. The Hawks poking at it, and now they take it. Palachuk inside. His shot is off the side of the net. Palachuk in the corner now. Looking for an outlet, banks it over behind the net, nobody home. DeRose will slide it back for Smarin. Geenan will send it all the way across the ice. The Firebirds trying to weave their way in. They're on sides, moving up the right side. Centering pass for Strange. It hits off his skate, and the Hawks will take it away with 7 minutes to go here in the second period. DeRose keeps it in with the glove, and it might not have been legal. There's going to be a whistle on the play.
Little by little, St. Joe's Hawks getting those shots back. They had 5 for, what was it, Luke, like 10 minutes? They didn't have a shot on net. Now starting to get their flow. I can tell that Coach Martia, he told his guys, just start taking slappers at the net. Anything you can get, let's get a bounce, let's get a chance. Let's find a way to get another shot in net.
For sure, and we've even seen some get blocked that haven't gotten all the way through, but it's certainly an improvement on what they had for that about 10-minute stretch, as you mentioned. Now it's fought for in the corner. O'Neal will try and get it away. That pass in front is covered up by Chelko. He hasn't been as busy here in the second period.
I hope he's not losing his edge, because it's certainly been an impressive performance from the goaltender tonight.
Chelko's been very solid. Mudrick's been good on the other end, but he's only had to face 8 shots. It's really hard to judge him, but it is a 1-1 tie. The Firebirds control it. Schultz will send it along the boards. It's fought for with a couple of bodies, and it'll be chipped right past the blue line. DeRose at center ice tries to move it right back in. It's Smarin looking for Strange, and he missed him on the way in, and back come the Hawks. Morrison banks it along the side, and it actually went into the bench and out of play, so we will have a whistle and another face-off. 6:23 to go here in the second period. Still a 1-1 tie. The goal for Holy Ghost was Sean Strange, and for St. Joe's it was Cathal Dowd on the board. And that one will be won by the Firebirds. They'll control in their own defensive zone, banking it off the boards to Michael Holt. Sends it up the right side looking for Forbes, and Daniel Forbes gets laid out, pardon me. What a hit.
And what a hit by Gareth McDonald for St. Joe's Prep. I mean, he just went headhunting and got some contact there. What a play.
We've seen some big hits in this game already, not stuff you see on the normal varsity level. And another hit.
Just as you say that, Braden Collins and Gareth McDonald both getting physical on the end. It looks like the refs are going to call a penalty, though, on McDonald.
Looks like the refs see these big hits being given out, and they certainly want to slow things down. Get some peace between these two teams.
And look, what I mentioned to you last week, Luke, I said last week when I was here at Class of 23 Arena, I mean, Malvern Prep and St. Joe's, they were getting real scrappy, real physical, talking all kinds of nonsense to one another, and these type of games can get this way. So, I mean, continue to see tempers flare and perhaps, more people joining the penalty box as we continue.
Yeah, so the Hawks are going to have 2 penalties. Both of them are going to be on hits. Braden Collins, number 4, then Gareth McDonald, Collins is in for interference, and I believe McDonald's in for an illegal hit, but both looking for physical contact, and they're both in the box, and Gareth McDonald's disagreeing with the call. I don't know if you guys can hear him.
Major opportunity for the Firebirds now. A 5-on-3 for the next minute and 50 seconds. Barger finds Sluke. Sends it all the way across to Schultz. Looking for the best shot available.
And the worst thing the Firebirds can do right here is be timid with their shots. They need to get
Lombardo
shots.
centers it in front. It goes all the way through and out the other end. The Firebirds still control. A pass is knocked away. Schultz has it, and he gets it over to Mulholland, and it's knocked away. And Lombardo fires one in, and it's gloved away by Chelko.
I mean, earlier, Luke, I was telling you, I wonder if A.J. Chelko's losing his edge, not facing as many shots, but this is certainly an opportunity for him to regain the edge, as he only has 3 defenders on the floor.
You know he's going to be very busy for this next 1 minute and 20 seconds on this 5-on-3 power play. Saravelli sends it back over to Sluke on the near side. Looking for an avenue. Sends it over to Barger. Barger all the way across. His pass is knocked away. Can the Hawks clear? It's Morrison trying. And they try and get it to the blue line, and it'll squeak all the way out.
And that was a great defensive stop by number 86, Gavin Sheridan, for the Hawks. I mean, that play was wide open. That could have been an easy goal, but he puts his stick out in front and stops the goal.
Pass in front to Saravelli. He'll spin it out. 50 seconds to go on this power play. Saravelli, the shot. It deflects high and wide. Lombardo's got it. Gives it off to Sluke. Nearing the circle, sends it to the corner. It's Barger. He's pressured hard. He goes down, but the Firebirds keep control of the puck. Lombardo tries to spin one in front. It's blocked right back to him. Schultz at the high slot. Moving in, sends one in front, looking for a deflection. It goes just wide. 18 seconds to go on this power play. A 5-on-3 penalty kill. The Hawks have nearly killed all the way. Barger trying to get in front. Again, it's knocked away by O'Neal. Back out to Sluke. Sends it over to Schultz. He'll wind and fire one, deflected just wide again, and that's it for the penalty kill.
Wow.
The Hawks have their 2 men coming back on the ice. They've killed off a 5-on-3.
Wow. Great work by the Hawks. And if I'm the Firebirds coaching staff right now, I'm irate. Feels like Firebirds took it easy on the Hawks in those 2 minutes. I mean, even in professional hockey, Luke, you see a 5-on-3 and you're thinking automatic goal. But, you know, even on this level, you can have a great defensive stand.
And you mentioned it. You said the key was going to be getting shots, and it looked like it was a lot of passing, not a lot of shooting on that power play. A.J. Chelko didn't even have to be that busy on the 5-on-3.
He's on vacation right now. Might as well be in Hawaii.
Backhanding, trying to get one in front. It's deflected, and now into the corner. It'll be Cathal Dowd sending one all the way down. Chasing after it is DeRose for the Firebirds, and he'll get it just short of icing. DeRose will swing all. And now back in front of the net. DeRose now moving up the left side. Tries to send one in front. It goes past Michael Holt. And the shot is saved by Chelko.
And the man himself with the confidence, he just put his gloves straight up there and snagged that out of midair. No worries for A.J. Chelko in the St. Joe's Prep net.
And Mike, what are you seeing down there after that power play?
Well, definitely right as soon as the power play ended, a little jolt of energy in the Hawks bench. They're happy they got that, so maybe they can force the bill a little bit and get back in this game, as far as momentum-wise.
The Hawks have it on the side. 2:40 to go here in the second period. Still a 1-1 tie between the Hawks and the Firebirds. DeRose sends it up past Seltzer. It'll go all the way in, and the Hawks will take it back. It's Porcaro sending it over to the side. And now maneuvering on in, that's Galapali. Going through a ton of bodies, and he lost it. Michael Holt's there to take it away. Michael Holt quickly trying to get back the other way, and he loses the puck. He'll try and dump it in, and it'll go back to the Firebirds. It's DeRose in his own zone. DeRose flipping it up to center ice, and Holt has it. Michael Holt sends one in on Chelko. He tried to catch it. It bounces off him and goes to the corner. Now fighting for it in the corner is Holt. It'll be spun to the opposite corner where Geenan is there to chip it away for the Firebirds. Gets it to the behind the net, and it'll slide all the way to the corner. Galapali's there trying to get it out. Fighting with Seltzer in the corner, and now he'll get it over to McDonald, who slips it ahead to Gillespie. up the right side. Gillespie will send it all the way in, and it'll just be a way for the Hawks to get a change with 90 seconds to go here in the second period. Back the other way, it's Strange now. He's got the only goal of the game for the Firebirds. Moving up the left side. Sean Strange's shot is high and wide. And a rebound shot in front. It's going to go all the way out to the boards. And the Hawks will take it back the other way. Down the right side goes Morrison. Morrison into the middle, losing it. Now he'll just try and control, bank it into the corner. Up the left side, it's Sheridan. Sheridan now goes to get it. Looking for a backhander in front. It goes right through the slot and out the other way. Strange tries to send it ahead for Wallace. That'll go by him. And McDonald will try and chip it back beyond the red line. Morrison again trying to get it, trying to stay on sides desperately. And now here come the Hawks. Moving in is Rapice. He'll try and send one in front, poked away by Mudrick. Wallace back to get it. 30 seconds to go here in the second period. A 1-1 tie. Flipping it along the side, and it'll go all the way back out to center ice. McDonald's got it. And the Hawks look like they'll just be trying to play it safe here to end the period. And here they will go for one final rush. The shot is patted away by Mudrick and poked away by Schultz. A nice play by Schultz to stop the rebound.
That was the best look they had all period.
5 seconds to go in the period. Barger looking for one last shot. He's going to be converged on by about 3 or 4 Hawks. And that will do it. He slams his stick on the boards in disgust. And after 2 periods of play, we've got a 1-1 tie. But don't go anywhere. These intermissions are short and sweet. We'll be right back for the third period. Thank you for joining us. Hello and welcome back to the Class of 1923 Arena for this Varsity 2 matchup between the St. Joe's Hawks and the Holy Ghost Firebirds. Thank you for joining us. I'm Luke Milai alongside Drew Bishop, Mike Zingroni, and Dylan Coyle on the tech, Trevor Schmidt behind the camera. The Firebirds have had a lot of opportunities, but here's the Hawks. A shot is saved by Mudrick right out of the gates.
Wow.
Nearly a quick opportunity for the Hawks to go ahead 2-1.
What a save. That was destined for the net, but Mudrick makes full use of his pregame stretches and gets over there for the save.
Scheinholz tries to send one in front. We've got a little bit of energy from the Hawks here to begin the third and final period. Sending one over to the corner. Palachuk going to get it. He's the leading goal scorer for this Hawks team, 7 goals on the season. Back the other way come the Firebirds. Trying to get it out. The backhander. It will be kept in at the blue line, but eventually sent all the way down to Lombardo. Dominic Lombardo down the left side. He'll shoot, and it's saved by Choco. Rebound in front. He slaps it away. Nice reactions from Choco to poke that thing out of any potential danger. The Hawks trying to move back up. It's Shane O'Neill sending it to the far side. It's Braden Collins. Collins tries to get to the middle. His shot goes just high.
What a move. And, I mean, you say it before, Luke. Clearly, the Hawks coming out with a lot more energy.
Sends one in front. Another save for Mudrick. He's been very busy here in this third period.
Where was this team for the first 2 periods? I mean, wow.
In front, the shot deflected away. Now near the boards, trying a centering pass, and it goes behind the net. True, maybe they were pacing themselves like in a fight. You don't want to go all out in the first couple rounds. You want to save it for the end. That seems like what the Hawks have done.
I think that's a fair comparison, but the one that comes to my mind is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I mean, this has been night and day for the St. Joe's Hawks offense in the third period.
Porcaro will send it into the corner, looking to get it behind the net, but nobody's there. Now it'll be kept in by the Hawks. Giuliani on the boards. Trying to maneuver through 3 defenders. He had no chance. Back the other way from the Firebirds, poking it ahead to Michael Holt. Holt moving through the middle. Drops it off for Selzer. It goes right under his stick. And the Hawks will get it right back out. Cathal Dowd, he's got the only goal today for the Hawks. He'll send that one all the way in for St. Joe's to get a change. 3:35 to go here in the third and final period. It's a 1-1 tie between the St. Joe's Hawks and the Holy Ghost Firebirds. A shot from Michael Holt way downtown. It goes wide. Selzer tries to poke it into the corner. And back the other way. In front. There's a lot of traffic in front of the net. The puck's sitting there, and it floats back out to the blue line. DeRose has it. Tries to send it in front. It's knocked away. The Hawks trying to get it out. Sheridan has it, trying to keep control now. And Sheridan will wheel all the way back, send it across. The Hawks trying to get numbers. They have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Moving into the zone, it's knocked away, and Michael Holt will try and backhand it away, and it floats into the corner. And a nice hit there by DeRose, trying to take the puck away. He does. Sean Strange will backhand it behind the net. Keenan was there. He'll bank it along the boards for Strange. Still in the zone for the Firebirds. The Hawks' pressure has been fantastic. Michael Holt trying to push it in through neutral ice. Up the right side. Holt makes a man miss, shoots, and it's saved. And the rebound moves in front. Choke goes. Looks like he has it, and they're going to blow the whistle.
Oh, what an effective slide over by A.J. Chelko off the rebound, but not to mention Michael Holt and that deke in between the legs of the St. Joe's defense. I mean, Luke, it seems like Michael Holt is due. Every time he gets the puck, he's making a deke, using his speed, and getting the best opportunity possible for the Firebirds.
I'll tell you what, from ice level, number 22 in blue is just a joy to watch. I mean, every time he gets the puck, there's just a jump right away, and it's amazing.
Absolutely.
He's made a lot of guys look silly today, and it's still just a 1-1 tie. They've kept him off the board. And now here come the Hawks with with 19 less shots than the Firebirds in this game. But it is still a 1-1 tie. They've hung around.
And the pregame story was the first matchup between these teams ending in a tie and how contested it was. Seems like it's the same story here today, Luke.
Yes, certainly. And now in front, the Hawks trying to get it in front. The backhander by Morrison is saved, and he'll try and send it back to the point. That pass is picked off. Wallace moves it ahead. Moving in on goal, it's poked away. A nice defensive play by O'Neill. Back up to the point, it's Morgan. He'll send one in front, looking for a deflection. It goes wide. Wallace to the corner, tries to send it in front. It's blocked away. It'll be sent up for Morrison. And now moving up are the Hawks. Back the other way comes Porcaro. He'll send one in on Mudrick off his glove and wide. Porcaro, the first one there, he'll center it in front. No one was home. And that'll be sent all the way down by the Firebirds. And it will be an icing. The Hawks will get an offensive zone draw with 11 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the third period.
And you can tell Porcaro on that fast break just looking to get a rebound shot. He softly taps it in, then chases it down, looks for another shot. St. Joe's, any way they can to create an opportunity, they will today.
This draw will be Gallipoli against Michael Holt. Holt nearly won it. Now the two fight for it in the corner, and Holt comes away with it behind the net. The Hawks converge on him. Now Gallipoli tries to send it over and is taken away by Sluke. He'll move up the far side. Moving into the zone, poking it ahead is Sluke. Gets by a defender, trying to get it to it in the corner, and it's sent back up to Mulholland. Moving with it, and the puck is nearly taken away. It drifts into the middle of the slot, and it'll go beyond the blue line, and Sluke will backhand it back in. Galapali banks it off the boards for McDonald. Back to Galapali, moving it ahead to Collins. Collins tries to get it up the boards, and it's kicked all the way back into the corner. A big winding kick gets that thing behind the net. The Hawks bank it around behind, trying to get it out of the zone. Backhanding it back. The Hawks don't know where it is. And the Firebirds look to come up with it. It's sent back out to the point. And a big shot by DeRose deflects wide. DeRose coming right off the bench for that shot.
He had a running start. All the momentum for that slap shot.
And now the Hawks trying to get it out. Schultz keeps it in. He'll flip it to the opposite corner. It goes over the stick of Seo. He's back to get it. Sends it along the boards. And this time it'll be deflected beyond and out. 9:44 to go here in the third period. Schultz moving in for the Firebirds. He loses control. That one will nearly be taken away. The shot by Lombardo is saved by Chelko. Spinning shot in front. It went right through the blue paint and wide. Now the Firebirds trying to turn up the heat. Lombardo over to get it, and a big hit. And it looks like that's going to be a penalty on Lombardo. Sent him face first into the boards.
And that's going to be huge. Lombardo, the team's points leader, he'll be out for at least 2 minutes. And, you know, we're running out of time here, Luke. 9:22 to go. And, you know, every penalty, every mistake is crucial to the final result.
Mike, how'd it look down there from your view?
Yeah, that was right to the numbers. That wasn't the best hit, but you know, it's just hockey. I mean, sometimes that happens, but face first right into the board, so it didn't look pretty, but they got 2 minutes on the scoreboard right now.
So the Hawks will be on the power play now. They went 0 for 2 with the man advantage the last time these two teams met up. We'll see if they can build on that today. And it actually looks like we'll have 4-on-4 hockey.
I was going to say, Luke. Oh, no, they're sending
Looks
out.
like a miscommunication.
Yeah.
And the Hawks will be on the man advantage for 2 minutes. With 9:22 remaining, as you mentioned, Drew, this is so important with the lack of time remaining in this game. These teams tied the last time they met. You know they don't want to do it again. Porcaro loses it. And now Barger, he breaks through everybody. He's got a breakaway. Barger, oh, it is poked away by Chelko. What a fantastic poke from A.J. Chelko.
Wow, and I thought Barger was going to make a highlight play, but as usual, it's the goalie, A.J. Chelko, with the great poke check.
He hasn't had much to do since that first period, but he shows he has not lost anything. Now the Hawks, remember they are on the man advantage here for another minute 20. We'll see if they can control. Moving it into the zone, it's Palachuk, the leading goal scorer for the team. Tries to get it back to the point. The Hawks only have 3 guys out there really struggling with their changes.
Yeah.
And now with 1 minute and 8 seconds, now they have everyone on the ice for the 5-on-4. Into the corner, the Firebirds trying to clear it out. The Hawks trying to control. Drifts out to the blue line. It'll be backhanded back into the corner. DeRose over there to get it for the Firebirds. Can't get it past the point. Chipped back in. 50 seconds to go on this power play. Again along the boards, and again it stays in. And now it'll be taken out. Michael Holt, he's been in this situation a couple of times. Holt trying to move in, and it's knocked away.
He's on the deke moves at all times. You can just expect a beautiful deke from Michael Holt every time it's him and a defender one-on-one. That one isn't executed properly, but the next one is sure to impress.
Yeah, McDonald did a great job standing his ground there, just taking the body. Holt, you know, can't go through him.
Great call, Mike. McDonald was the first guy to really look human against Michael Holt today, standing up to him and knocking it away. The Firebirds now have the puck pinched up against the boards. 10 seconds on the Hawks power play. A great penalty kill for the Firebirds.
Mm-hmm. And as Taylor Snyder, a former member of the TUICE Network, would say, they're just doing a little networking over there.
And Lombardo is out of the box. The penalty has been killed. The Hawks didn't get much out of it. Michael Holt back with it. Spinning away from some defenders, gets it up to Geenan. 7:10 to go here in the third period. A 1-1 tie between the Hawks and the Firebirds. Lombardo sends one in front, and a man was pushed to the ice. No call.
Oh, and he's looking for a call, though. Number 16, Ronald Selzer, was faced up against Gareth McDonald. McDonald got the best of him.
Lombardo came right out of the box trying to make a play with the nice pass, but it wasn't able to be smacked in. And another man slips to the ice. Michael Holt comes away with it. Behind the net, looking for a pass, tries to send it in front. It's blocked away. Holt again gets it by him. Lombardo centers one in front right by Selzer. Lombardo's got it again. On the far side, a lot of traffic he's trying to work through, and the Hawks will bank that one all the way down. No icing on the play. Each team will get a bit of a change. Still an 18-shot disparity in favor of the Firebirds. That pass missed wide. It'll go all the way down, and O'Neal's back to get it for the Hawks. Sends it along the boards. Strange, he's got the only goal in the game for the Firebirds, and he goes right past him. Schultz sends it all the way to the other side, and that puck will be dumped into the corner. Parasano tries to get it out. Smarin's there to smother it for the Firebirds. All the way along the board, Slook tries to block it, and he does keep it in. He'll send it behind the net to Sean Strange.
It's like the same old story we started with, you know, the Firebirds controlling the puck, having possession, but neither team really able to gain an upper hand over the other at this point.
That puck went in front for a moment, but it was knocked away. Now on the far side, Millison, and it goes back up to the point, and Schultz, his shot is blocked. Palachik, the leading goal scorer, says, I'll play some defense for you really quick. 5:20 to go here in the final period, still a 1-1 tie. Wallace moving in, might have been offsides, and it looked like Strange was across the line beforehand. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Luke. I was just going to take the opportunity, this little break, to reflect on A.J. Chelko's performance thus far. 30 saves on 31 shots. I mean, Carter Hart could learn a thing or two from this guy. He has been stout in net this afternoon.
And A.J. Chelko was not even in net the last time these two teams played, so this is the first little taste of the Firebirds he's gotten, and he's really made the most of his opportunity. Trying to get it out of the zone are the Hawks. Lombardo is right there pressuring, so is Barger. Now they'll move it ahead. It's Percaro getting it up. Moving into the zone. It's Morrison along the left side. Gets it behind the net. There's just no one there, and DeRose gets it in the corner. And that pass is stolen, sent back behind the net. Morrison backhands one in front, and the shot is moving around. Mudrick's got it, and it floats out. Percaro backhand is saved. A loose puck in front, and it ends up with the Firebirds moving back the other way. And another big hit. Saravelli was laid to the ice by Percaro. DeRose trying to keep it in, and it will stay in. Lombardo tries to poke it ahead. He loses it. And is sent back in front. Barger now spins with it, waiting, moves to his left, fires, it's saved. Chelko, another big save, turning and shooting in front. Chelko turns that one away.
Wow.
Lombardo centers it in front. It was a bit behind his teammate, and now the Hawks will go the other way with just under 4 minutes to go in the final period. And it looks like we've got a delayed penalty as Chelko rushes to the bench, and the Hawks, with less than 4 minutes to go, will get another power play.
And we've seen two thus far this afternoon, neither of them resulting in goals or very much offense, to say the least. So we'll see if St. Joe's is able to capitalize. Same thing as I said, 6 minutes ago. Very little time left, 3:51 to go in the game. This is where you make the win happen.
Yeah, it's a great point. This is the one the Hawks are going to have to take advantage of. They didn't score one last game. They're looking to get one this game. Mike, who you got down there?
You got Barger in the box. I'm not sure what for. I missed what the referee signaled.
Barger tied for the leading points on Holy Ghost with 9 this season, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout for the Hawks. That would be my guess here with the stoppage in play, knowing how important this possession is. The refs are also meeting along the side.
And the one key that I would say for the St. Joe's Hawks in this upcoming power play is keep possession. We saw the Firebirds, almost holding the puck too much during their 5-on-3. For the Hawks, it's the opposite problem. They're not able to keep possession for long enough. So if they're just able to get some stability, get some rhythm in the offensive zone, I think that'll work wonders for their chances. We've already noted how much intensity they've come out with in the third period compared to the first two. I think that is what's going to play a crucial role in these next 2 minutes for the Hawks.
And it's a great point. And we saw in the Hawks' last power play, as you mentioned about 6 minutes ago, they didn't really get much on it. And it was the Firebirds who actually had a breakaway chance shorthanded, and the Firebirds were controlling the puck, keeping it pushed along the boards. This is going to be the Hawks' one of their biggest opportunities for the rest of this game.
And for Holy Ghost Prep, you mentioned, their shorthanded opportunity. They have that type of talent on the floor. We've been talking about Michael Holt all night. He's the type of guy that if you have a costly turnover in your zone, he'll make you pay for it. He's quick enough to create that fast break on his own. So that's another thing for St. Joe's to watch out for, not giving up a shorthanded chance.
And the biggest part for the Hawks is going to be winning this faceoff. Again, they've only got 4 out on the ice for the power play. It seems like even after the timeout, they're not quite sure of their power play unit.
That's a good one, Luke. I definitely agree with you there.
Galapali trying to win it for the Hawks. He gets it. He'll shoot it in front to Mudrick, and he'll just have to cover it up. Wasn't a hard shot, but when there's that much traffic in front, you never know.
And a good way to start it off. Get the opposing goalie a little nervous, a little quaking in his boots.
We'll have a rematch here, Galapali against Holt. In the left circle, Galapali wins it, and the Hawks control. The shot from the high slot is blocked away. Scheinholtz gets it back to the point. It's O'Neal back to Scheinholtz. Swings it all the way across to McDonald, and it goes right off his stick and past the blue line.
And those are those possession errors I'm talking about. You got to keep possession. It seems so minimal, but when that puck and that body crosses that blue line, it's a whole new reset for your team.
And now the Hawks, we've seen them struggle trying to get it into the zone. That's why, as you mentioned, it was so important. Michael Holt, a steal, and a shot is saved by Chelko. Holt always around the puck, always looking for his next scoring opportunity. A man goes to the ice. The Hawks will try and control it. With 1 minute and 10 seconds to go on this power play. Fanning on the pass. Selzer's back there to get it. And again, the Firebirds, look at the pressure they've got on this puck. Michael Holt in there as well. Reminiscent of the last power play we saw for the Hawks. And now the Hawks trying to go the other way. They might have had numbers if they hurried. And now they just got to try and get it into the zone. Giving it off for Galapali. His shot goes just wide. Back out to the point. It'll be O'Neal. He'll send one in front. Deflects off a body in front of Mudrick. And it's poked away.
Wow. And Braden Collins and Jacob Galapi were both there, but the puck just bounced the wrong way. They were unable to get their sticks on it.
Holt splitting some defenders. Michael Holt, a human highlight reel, tries to send that one all the way along behind the net. 27 seconds to go here in the power play. 2:15 to go in this final period. It is still 1-1. These two teams tied the last time they played, and we might be heading that way again. Into the corner, the Hawks still have 10 seconds remaining on this power play. It goes in front. The shot is deflected. The rebound by Lombardo is covered up by Chelko.
Lombardo swung, and it was a bit of a faux swing. At first, he was unable to make contact, and by then, A.J. Chelko had gotten his bearings and was able to make that save. Another impressive in front of the net scruffle, and it looks like there's some Hawks frustration as a member of the team goes to the bench and smacks his stick against the wall.
Yeah, Mike certainly got the best view of it. How's it look down there, Mike?
I mean, just Chelko's going to have nightmares of just those bouncing pucks coming from behind to in front of him. That's how Holy Ghost got their first goal. Almost got their second right there.
And that pass will be knocked away by Saravelli. Gets it to Lombardo. Back to Saravelli in front. He lost control. We're back to even strength with 1:43 to go here in the third period. It's a 1-1 tie. Moving up the right side now is Dowd. He's got the only goal of the night for the Hawks. Dowd will wheel it all the way around, looking for a pass. Sends it back behind the net to Palachik. Palachik's pass to the point goes right past his man, and the Hawks will have to go back and reset. Only 1:20 to go in this third period. DeRose tries to poke it back in, and the Hawks will slow things down. The Hawks have been outshot 33-16, yet they're still tied up at 1, looking for one more chance, and that's a turnover. Michael Holt has it. Michael Holt backhands and right into the breadbasket of A.J. Chelko.
Wow. And if you're the St. Joe's Preps Hawks, nobody's playing for a tie today, but you cannot do that. With 1 minute to go, you're tied up. You got to play conservatively. Clearly, a miscue in their own zone, and Michael Holt almost took advantage.
And it looks like now the Firebirds with an offensive zone face-off with 63 seconds to go. They're going to call a timeout, trying to draw anything up that they can to get this game untying goal. Because as you mentioned, no one wants to leave this arena with a tie again.
And if I'm the coaching staff over there for the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds, don't even bother calling anything up. I'm just going to go at my guys, tell them to be aggressive, attack the net. We're going to get a goal by any means possible, because when you double your opposing team's shots and you're coming down the stretch and you're tied, that is not a good look for your squad. So I expect the Firebirds to come out with full fury in this next minute if, they have any pride at all in the performance they put out today.
Yeah, and if they were to draw up some type of play off the draw or whatever, you got to know number 22, Michael Holt's going to be involved in it, because, he's just itching for a goal. If there is going to be a game-winning goal, it kind of has his name written all over it, you would think.
It's a great point. He's been around the puck and around the net all night. Michael Holt's been there. Dominic Lombardo, another one of the leading point getters for this team. He scored in the last matchup. We'll see if he can make it 2 for 2. And they skate back out onto the ice. Does A.J. Chelko have another couple of miracle saves in him with just 63 seconds to go in regulation? The coaching staff of the Firebirds trying to yell some commands out, trying not to have too much miscommunication after they had a whole timeout. It'll be Lombardo on the draw against Palachuk. Palachuk wins it, and the Hawks control, and they're going to just immediately get this thing all the way out. 55 seconds to go with Schultz on the right side. All the way across to Lombardo. Down the far side, Lombardo looking for a pass. Sends one in front. It goes right past Barger. The Hawks, and that one will go into the seats. So it'll remain a face-off, I believe, in the zone, maybe coming out to neutral ice. And it will come back out to neutral ice. Just 41.7 seconds to go here in the third period. We don't think there's overtime. These two teams tied the last time they played. That seems where we could be heading today, unless somebody gets another big chance.
Just a personal thing, I would just love a 3-on-3 period just to see what Michael Holt would do.
It'd be a lot of fun seeing that guy with all that space.
Certainly.
Schultz on the right side. The shot is going to be scooped up by Chelko. The clock still running down to 22 seconds remaining in the final period.
And Mike, if you have the ear of any referee or coach down there on the ice, make your plea, man, because I'd love to see that too. 3-on-3 hockey here. It's been a great 3 periods of action, but do really want to settle it with a deciding winner.
Michael Holt on the faceoff. He wins it back to Barger. Barger sends it to the corner. Under 20 seconds to go. Holt maneuvering, and he lost it. The Hawks trying to get it out. Holt pokes it in, and now the Hawks do get it out. Sending one ahead. One last chance for the Hawks. In front, the backhand. Oh, and it goes just wide. Nearly a game winner. And it slides to the corner. It'll go back to the point, and time runs out.
Unbelievable. Matthew Giuliani.
And now we've got a fight down near the net. Bodies were all over each other. That's Palachuk for the Hawks. I couldn't quite see who it was for the Firebirds. What a fiery way to end this game.
It's Barger for the Firebirds. He's a little feisty.
Oh, and it looks like someone's on the ground. Could be.
That's Palachuk.
Yeah, Palachuk. And oh my goodness, Luke, that chance. Unbelievable. Matthew Giuliani had a perfect backhand open netter that wow.
There was a lot of net there, Drew.
Yep.
A lot of net.
Unbelievable. I'm speechless at this point because
Yeah, he just missed it on his backhand. He had the deke, but the puck just saluted him on his backhand. He couldn't tap it home.
that's the kind of stuff that, you're an athlete, you lay up in bed dreaming about. And it doesn't even feel like this game is over.
No, certainly not. And
Oh, there
now
they
we
go.
see the Firebirds heading back into their locker room. It's certainly a disappointing way to end this game in a tie. You never want to see ties. You always want to see a winner. But what a chance the Hawks just had to end that game.
Absolutely. And, we don't give out 3 stars on the TUICE Network, but my first one would absolutely be A.J. Chelko and net.
Oh, it has to be.
30
There's no way it's not.
33 saves on 34 shots. The man himself, and he was even able to stay strong through those last couple minutes so St. Joe's could create a possession.
And it looks like with the two teams leaving the ice, we will have a tie. Unfortunately,
Another
here
tie.
at the Class of 1923 Arena. But don't worry, Drew. These teams will meet up again on Friday. Possibly a third and more decisive matchup between the two teams. It was a great one today. The Firebirds with a ton of shots, 34-16. They won the shot battle, but in the end, it was a 1-1 tie.
Absolutely. And, on both ends, St. Joe's Prep needs to go in the locker room, needs to evaluate their defense, needs to say, hey, guys, Next matchup, that Friday matchup, we got to be a lot more stout on defense because can't just let up 34 shots and expect only one shot to go in the back of the net.
And that'll do it for us. Thank you so much for listening in on the TUICE Network for this broadcast of Varsity 2 hockey between St. Joe's Prep and the Holy Ghost Firebirds. I'm Luke Meli alongside Drew Bishop, Mike Zingroni, Dylan Coyle on the tech, and Trevor Schmidt on the camera. Everyone have a great night.